Hello dear students, I am your chemistry teacher come friend Payal. Now you will think about what is my qualification. So let me clear you first. I have completed my post-graduation in chemistry. Also I have qualified Maharashtra State Eligibility Test in the year 2022. There is one quote saying, if you are planning for a year, sow rice. If you are planning for a decade, plant trees. And if you are planning for a lifetime, educate people. Teaching is one of the professions that create all the other professions. I always want to benefit society with my knowledge and help students to build their bright future. So this is a brief introduction about myself. Moving towards today's topic, that is the second chapter of class 10th, acid, bases and salt. So before directly getting into this lecture, let me give you one situation where your friend is suffering from the problem of acidity. What would you recommend him to get a relief? I'll give you three options. The very first one is lime water, second one is vinegar, and the third one is sodium bicarbonate. As you already know that the problem of acidity in our stomach is caused by the increase in the acid level in our stomach. So base is the one which can neutralize the effect of acid. So your answer will be sodium bicarbonate. Generally in this situation, we take ENO as it contains sodium bicarbonate as one of its constituent. So from this situation, we understood how acid can neutralize the effect of bases and how bases can neutralize the effect of acid. Next is indicators. Indicators are the substances which are used to identify which compounds are acidic and which compounds are basic in nature. General indicators which we use are litmus paper. These are red and blue litmus papers. Other indicator which we use in our laboratory is phenolphthalein indicator. So there are many natural indicators present in our environment and which we see in our day-to-day life. The very common example is turmeric. Turmeric is one of the indicator. How we know this is an indicator? You must have observed a curry stain on your clothes. So curry contains turmeric in it, which gives it a yellow color. When this yellow curry stain comes in contact with the soap solution, this yellow color of the curry get converted into a red color. This indicates that the soap is basic in nature. That means turmeric is a natural indicator. Other indicators are litmus paper. It is also one of the natural indicator as it is prepared from a plant known as lychee. Other natural indicators are red cabbage leaves, petunia flower, hydrangea flower and geranium flower. Now let's play one game where I'll give you different stuffs and you have to identify which one is acid, which one is base and which one are salt. So are you guys ready for it? So let's start. The first one is lime or oranges. Second is tomato ketchup. Next is vinegar. Fourth is toothpaste. Next are soap bars. Other is salt. And the last one is chalk stick. Pause this video for a minute or two and try to identify it by yourself only. Now let's see the answers. Lime or oranges are generally sour to taste. So acids are sour to taste. We know that. So it is acid. Next is tomato ketchup. Tomato ketchup contains tomato as the main ingredient. It is also sour to taste. So it is also acidic in nature as it contains oxalic acid in it. Third one is vinegar. Vinegar, as we already discussed, is acidic in nature as it is also sour to taste and it contains acidic acid in it. So we'll put it in a acid category only. The next one is toothpaste. We all must have tasted toothpaste. So tell me how the taste of toothpaste is. Is it sour? Is it bitter? Or is it salty? I'm sure your answer must be bitter. So bases are bitter to taste. B for base, B for bitter. So bases are bitter to taste. We'll classify it in a base category only. Next is soap bars. Soap bars contain sodium hydroxide in it. It is also basic in nature as it is bitter in taste. Table salt is salty in taste as it contains sodium chloride. So we'll put it in a salt category. The last one is chalk sticks. Some of you must have tasted chalk sticks in your childhood. So tell me, what is the taste of it? Of course it is salty. So we'll put it in a salt category. Now as we identify acid, bases and salt, let's see the properties of it one by one. We arrange properties of acid, bases and salt in our concept board. Examples of acids are citric acid, sulfuric acid and hydrochloric acid. Examples of bases includes sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide and calcium oxide. Examples of salts, as you know, are sodium chloride and calcium carbonate. The next property is identification. We'll see this property in detail. So if I'll give you one solution and ask you to identify is it acid, base or salt, how will you identify it? To identify this, you must know the definition of it. So what are the acids? Which compound we can tell these are the acidic compounds? So acids which when dissolved in water, it releases hydronium ion, means H3O plus ion. That means acid must contain replaceable hydrogens. Bases are all the metal oxides, metal hydroxides and ammonium hydroxides are bases. So what is salt? Salt is the one which is formed by the neutralization of acid and bases. Salt must contain one positive ion other than H plus and one negative ion other than OH minus or O2 minus. If you don't understand it, don't worry. I'll give you some examples of salt. Very common example is sodium chloride. It contains a positive ion as Na plus and negative ion Cl minus. Other example is ferrous sulfate. It contains Fe2 plus as positive ion and SO4 minus as negative ion. So both are salty in nature. Now let's put it in our concept board. So acid must contain replaceable hydrogens. Bases are metal oxides, metal hydroxide and ammonium hydroxide. And salts contain cation, means positive ion and not H plus, and anion means negative ion and not OH minus and O2 minus. The third property is taste. As we already discussed, acids are sour to taste, bases are bitter to taste and salts are salty to taste. The next property is solubility. We'll discuss this property in detail. Most of the acids are soluble in water. Example is lime and vinegar. Both are soluble in water. Most of the bases are insoluble in water. Example is calcium oxide and magnesium oxide. And the soluble bases are known as alkali. Example is potassium hydroxide, which is present in liquid soap, sodium hydroxide present in soap bar and ammonium hydroxide. About salts, some salts are soluble in water and others are insoluble in water. Soluble salt is a table salt, sodium chloride, and insoluble salt is calcium carbonate, means chalk powder. Let's see it in our concept board. So most acids are soluble in water. Bases, soluble bases are known as alkali, and salts, some are soluble and others are insoluble. Next property is indicator taste. For indicator taste, we use litmus papers, red litmus and blue litmus paper. Acid turns blue litmus paper red, red for acid. Bases turns red litmus paper blue. So B for bases and B for blue. And what about salts? They have no effect on litmus paper. Salts have no effect on litmus paper. Red will remains red and blue will also remains blue. Let's put it in our concept board. So acid turns blue litmus paper red, bases turns red litmus blue and salt have no change in the litmus paper. And the last property is neutralization. Neutralization means cancel the effect of. As we have seen in our acidity situation, acid can neutralize the effect of base and vice versa. Means bases can neutralize the effect of acid. Or in other words, we can say the bitter taste of bases can neutralize the acidic taste of acid and vice versa. You know the famous neutralization reaction, acid plus base gives salt plus water. Of course, oranges plus soap bar will not give you salt and water. So what is the reaction? It is hydrochloric acid plus sodium hydroxide will give you sodium chloride means salt plus water. Let's put it in our concept board. Acids neutralize bases, bases neutralize acids, and salts are formed by acid-base neutralization. I thank you all for listening this lecture very carefully and patiently. So this is it for today. We'll meet in our next lecture with a new topic and we'll learn it in an interesting way. Till then, bye-bye and happy learning. This is Payal Undani signing off.